Hello, welcome to Morris Money, where we give you stock tips in under 5 minutes. I'm your host, Morris Willie. Today, I'm doing a special type of video. I'm talking about if you should buy Inozyme Pharma, INZY, and why it's my favorite biotech stock for 2023, or at least a good duration of it. Want to watch more Morris Money? Be sure to check out our YouTube shorts, The Money Minute, where we talk about the stock market, recap videos, and much more. Be sure to check them out on Morris Money. I was scanning through stocks on Seeking Alpha. I happened to come across Inozyme Pharma, and they actually are quite interesting. Year to date, they are up 353%, and overall, since IPOing in Q3 of 2020, they're actually down 70%, but they could have a big opportunity coming in the coming months and this coming year. On Seeking Alpha analysts rated a buy, Wall Street rates it a strong buy, and their quant rating is a strong buy. I'll get to their price targets later on in the video, but let me tell you about the company right now. INZY is a clinical stage biopharmaceutical company that focuses on developing novel therapeutics for the treatment of vascular, soft tissue, and skeleton disease in the United States. While researching the company with many clinical stage biotech stocks, the company is unprofitable, but what's interesting to note is the company has cash equivalents, and short-term investments of $127.9 million as of December 31st, 2022. Based on its current plans, the company anticipates its cash equivalents, and short-term investments as of December 31st, 2022, as mentioned earlier, together with the additional $20 million borrowed on February 15th, 2023, something else I'll get into later, under its existing debt facility. It will enable the company to fund cash flow requirements into the fourth quarter of 2024. What does this mean? This means that the company pretty much has a burn rate, or it will run out of cash for the company in the fourth quarter of 2024, assuming that it's not profitable by that time. Going back to the $20 million loan, on February 15th, the company took out a $20 million loan from its existing debt facility. But what does this mean? At least from my opinion, I think that the company isn't going to take out any more debt or have any dilution to shareholders, at least until potentially Q2 or Q3 of 2024, as that's when their cash would potentially be running out. Now, what are some potential catalysts for INZY coming up? Well, for their drug, EMPP1, they have a major 2023 coming up for them. The initiation of Energy 1, the Phase 1B clinical trial to evaluate the safety, tolerability, PK, and PD of INZY 701 in infants. This happens in the second quarter of 2023, so an upcoming potential catalyst for the stock. In Q3, you have two major catalysts that could potentially happen. You have the interim clinical data from ongoing phase 1.5 trial in adults, and then you have the initiation of pivotal trial in pediatric patients subject to regulatory approval. And finally, in Q4, you have the start of European Medicines Agency Protocol Assistance Meeting, excuse me for that mishap, in the fourth quarter of 2023. Along with a second catalyst, you have the ABCC6 deficiency, and this is the interim clinical data from ongoing phase 1.5 trials in adults in the fourth quarter of 2023. And actually, all this happens before the company could potentially run out of cash in the fourth quarter of 2024. So that's even a year away from the potential catalyst that we already have for the company. Before we get to the potential price targets for the company, I also want to mention that the stock currently has a short interest of nearly 12%, specifically at 11.56%. So you could potentially have a short squeeze out of the stock. Now, to price targets. The company currently has 7 analysts on it in the last 90 days, and the average price target is $19.17, making it a potential 250% upside from this point, with the lowest price target at $6, which is technically automatic upside from right here, about 10-cent upside, and a high price target of $40. But what I've noticed in looking at this company is that the price targets have always been drastically above the current price. Going back to a year ago, the price target was $29, while the stock price was around $4. with even a low around Q4 2022 into Q1 of 2022 at about $18.92, while the price hovered around the mid to low dollar area. These price targets always looked overblown, but with the catalysts that have happened for the company and the upcoming catalysts, the price targets could potentially be valid as the price keeps increasing. And with the catalysts coming up, I see the price only going up as the upcoming catalysts and the past catalysts validate the price that INZY currently has. But let me know down below, what do you think of Inozyme Pharma? And I apologize if I've been butchering that throughout the video, but let me know your thoughts on the company down below, and if you plan to hold or are potentially selling the stock, let me know your thoughts on the company down below. Please don't take this video as financial advice, and thank you for watching Morris Money.